You have brains in your head and feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself in every direction you choose. Dr. Seuss really knew what he was talking about. A journey by definition can be described as an act of travelling from one place to another, when in reality it is so much more than that. The obstacles you overcome, the people you meet, and the lessons you learn along the way often end up becoming more valuable than the final destination. Two important texts that helped me understand the world and different journeys we can take are Wonder. Wonder is an inspirational book made into a movie about a 10-year-old boy with a facial deformation starting middle school for the first time after being homeschooled for his whole life. Secondly, I loved the book called Oh, the Places You'll Go by Dr. Seuss. It was actually given to me when I was 4 years old by my preschool teachers when I was leaving to go to primary school. After listening to my speech, you will see how these two texts show you that sometimes the most difficult path you take must be the one you travel alone. But it's worth it in the end. Oh, the Places You'll Go by Dr. Seuss shows that the journey you take may be scary at first, with many obstacles, but don't worry. You may need to change your course and it may not be perfect, but as Dr. Seuss says, you will succeed 98.75% guaranteed. 2 pages in this book say this the best. Except when you don't, because sometimes you won't. I'm sorry to say so, but sadly it's true. The bang-ups and hang-ups can happen to you. You can get all hung up in a prickly perch. Your gang will fly on and you'll be left in a lurch. In this book, Dr. Seuss uses techniques such as rhyme and rhythm to keep the reader engaged. He also symbolizes by using metaphors to give better understanding. For example, you can get all hung up in a prickly perch, and your gang will fly on, you'll be left in a lurch. Often through this book, he talks about being alone and making your way through obstacles. This is also the journey that my next text, Wonder, also describes. In the movie Wonder, Augie's journey is an emotional trip rather than a physical one in tackling his first year of middle school. There are lessons for everyone along the way, not just Augie. One of the biggest lessons Augie and others in the movie learn is captured in this quote from the movie. When given the choice between being given right or being kind, choose kind. In Wonder, emotional appeal is often used, as is humour, especially by his dad Nate. He tells Augie, even on his first day of school, it's time to take off his space helmet. And he asks him to prepare for the blast-off. So Augie can do this his first day with no mask on. At the end of the year, Augie receives the Henry Ward Beecher Medal for being the student whose quiet strength has carried up the most hearts. This outlines the hard and difficult journey Augie has been through and the success in the end. These 2 books, whilst about different journeys, both have good lessons for life. They describe how there are lots of things that get in the way in our journeys, despite the challenges. It's worth it in the end. For Augie, it is surviving his first year of school and getting the Henry Ward Beecher Medal. For Oh, the Places You'll Go, it states that you will succeed, even though it may not be as smooth sailing along the way. Dr. Seuss uses lots of rhyming and techniques to engage the audience no matter what age. In Wonder, there are lots of techniques like emotional appeal, anecdotes, and humour for it to be interesting for a long, long time. As I stated at the start, a journey is often described as an act of travelling from one place to another, when in reality it is so much more than that. The obstacles you face, the people you touch, and the lessons you learn along the way often end up becoming more valuable than the final destination. And in summary, as Augie says, I think there should be a rule that everyone in the world should get a standing ovation at least once in their lives. Yeah, thank you.